Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with this right here. If I have an if P then Q, what's that called? That's, oh, hey, hide the keyboard, okay? That's called my statement, right? Okay, yes, good. Now, hold on, I'm getting some, okay? Now, if I do this, if Q, then P, what do you call this? That's the converse. Okay, now, watch this. There's a couple other things I could do. So I have a regular statement, I have a converse. What if I do this? What if I say if, how about not P, then not Q? This, ladies and gentlemen, is called the inverse. Okay, that is called the inverse. So what have we done here? The inverse relates back to what? Back to the original statement, right? And do I switch anything for the inverse? I just knot them. You guys hear? I just knot them. Well, what do I knot? I knot the P and I knot the Q. There's a shorthand way that we could write this, and the shorthand way looks like this. If you put a little tiny tilde in front of the P, that means not P. Yep. Then this means what? Not Q. And that's how we're going to write inverse. Okay? So here's what we have so far. We have an original statement, if P then Q. We have a converse, if Q then P. And if both the statement and its converse are true, what do we call that? A biconditional. Okay? And what if I then take the original statement and make each P and Q not that, the opposite of what it is? Inverse. It's called the inverse. Alright? So let me give you an example of the inverse here. Alright? I'm going to give you an example, and my example is going to be this. If Joe is sick, then he is not happy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is my statement. Okay, first of all, can you identify for me what is the hypothesis?
Joe is sick.
Joe is sick. Very good. I'm going to highlight that for you. There's the hypothesis, and we'll call that the hypothesis, right? What's the converse, the conclusion, ladies and gentlemen?
He is not happy.
He is not happy. This right here is the conclusion. Okay, can everyone state for me, so state the converse.
If he is not happy, then Joe is sick.
There you go. That's the converse. If he is not happy, then Joe is sick. Okay?
False.
Conditional, right? If he's not happy, I could be not happy because I just lost my puppy, right? Something like that. All right, there's the converse. Now, give me the inverse to this.
If Joe is not sick, then he is not happy. Then he is happy.
Yeah. So, let's hear. If Joe is not sick, then he is not happy? Then he is happy. Okay, so it is okay to use proper English here, right? So the converse would be, if Joe's not sick, then he is happy. Okay? Not always true also, right? So some of these times they're true, sometimes they're not. Okay. I got you on that one. Okay. You guys cool with this part? Now, here we go. Okay, so here's what we have so far. If P then Q, statement. If Q then P, converse. If not P, then not Q is the inverse. Can you guess what the contrapositive is going to be?
If not Q, then not P.
There you go. Then not P. This is called the contrapositive. It's called the contrapositive. Now here is how I will present these to you. You need to know all four of these. You need to know statement, converse, inverse, contrapositive. And here's how I present them to you, the shorthand. So for the statement, leave them. So you're given a statement, so leave them alone. That's your statement. Leave them how it is. If P, then Q. For the converse, what do? Switch them. So leave them, switch them. Not them. Both. Okay, do you see my little shorthand here? Leave them, switch them, not them, and then both. What does both mean?
Switch them and not
Switch them and not them. So as long as you can remember, leave them, switch them, not them, both. Kind of fun. Leave them, switch them, not them both. Then you got it. And they'll be in that order. Statement, converse, inverse, contrapositive. Right? Leave them, switch them, not them both. Okay? Now here's the really cool part. This is going to blow your mind. All right? These two right here are always going to be the same by way of true or false. Okay? By way of true or false, those are going to be logically the same. And these two, by way of true or false, will also be logically the same. All right? So, by logic, a statement and its contrapositive are the same. Okay? Isn't that weird? The statement and the contrapositive are logically the same. So, let's take a statement. What was the statement that we had before? If I'm bilingual, then I speak 2 languages. Give me the contrapositive. If I don't speak 2 languages, I am not bilingual. Check it out. Those 2 statements point to the same conclusion that, yeah, that's true. There's 2 different ways of saying the same thing, right? So the statement and the contrapositive, the ones on the end, are logically equivalent. Same goes for the ones in the middle. You guys cool with that? All right, awesome. Let's do this. Okay.